Hello. I'm just double checking that everything is working here. Fantastic. However, captions. Fantastic. So, hello to anyone watching. This is Made Up Songs about made up people. It's very much a does what it says on the tin kind of stream. As you can see, I'm trying to use captions this time. I've only done this once before as a bit of an experiment, this stream as it were. And now I'm trying to use captions to hopefully make it a little bit more accessible. I've no idea whether they will stay super accurate whilst I'm doing songs. So we'll see if we get some alternative lyrics to anything that I come up with. And we'll see if they make more or less sense than the things that I sing. Maybe they'll make more sense. But yes, the idea of this stream is basically like I have a ukulele. I'm sitting very far away from everything to prove that I have it and that I'm playing it, because otherwise you can just see my face and it looks like I'm cheating. And I'm going to make up songs about people's like TTRPG characters. People have told me a couple of characters that they'd like to have songs about. If at any point you want to have just like an original song, then pop some information about your character in the chat. But I've been asked by some very lovely people over at Vicky's World RPG. They are a weekly D&D podcast with some wonderful kind of performer comedians, and I run their tech. So every week I get to watch them do amazing things. Half the time I'm watching them do amazing things, half the time I'm stressing over tech. But they asked if I would do some songs about their characters. So I might disperse these through today's stream, or I might just do a big block of them. Kind of depends how things go. And I think, I kind of have to start with Katayab, who is a human paladin who has just had an assassination attempt, having returned to his hometown. It's not all of the stream is this intense or this dark in terms of content. But yes, Katayab has returned to his home, been told that he was exiled and actually his life's a lie, and he was searching for this massive ball of yarn to bring back, and that was actually just a decoy to get him to leave. And so now he's grappling with that, and I think he's also dressed up as his assassin that they killed so that he can pretend that the assassin is his dead self. So this is gonna be a bit of a twisty one, and it's probably got to have like some darker tones. So I'm kind of thinking, okay. Oh, Katayab, sleep sound tonight. Let yourself be lost in your dreams. Oh, Katayab, take what you can tonight, because your life is not all that it seems. You've been gone from home for so damn long. You don't know who you are, but there are those standing beside you who'll always be with you, whether near or far. Oh, Katayab, they may try to take your life, but your life is your own. You can kill those assassins all you want and eventually find your home. Oh, Katayab, they can try to take your life, but your life, it is your own. They can try to take anything they want, but you know you've gotta make a home. When you put so much worth in your purpose, what happens when it's shown to be a lie? You were looking for that giant ball of yarn for so long. You've tried proud when you didn't know that they'd exiled you out. You wanted to show them how good you could be, but that's all over now, because they're trying to take your life, but your life is your own. They can do what they want, they can try all they want, but you are not alone. 'Cause with others beside you, you're so much stronger, better than they know. Oh, good time, they might have taken your home, but you can make your own. So that's a song, a weirdly calming song about assassins and your life being a lie. Do say hi if you're in the chat. Oh, hi, Queen Bee. Oh, God, you're going to know all the things about Vicky's World that I'm getting wrong or misremembering. With those papayas in chat, I think it's time to do a song about Sally. So what we know about Sally, Changeling Wizard, often uses... I know, it's just so weird because I listen to Vicky's World, obviously, but so much kind of goes in one ear and out the other when I'm stressing about tech. So Sally, Changeling Wizard, often gives people fruits as well. Papayas are for comfort, but other fruits have other purposes. She used to live with Bill Grab. And she's... Well, I don't know. I think it's fair to say that she's not always the best flirter. Is that fair? Her flirting can be a bit weird. But yeah, so is there anything else major? Queen Bee, pop up in chat if you think there's anything else major that I should include about Sally or any particular good Sally bits. I'll probably throw something about how for a while Sasha, the player who plays Sally, was Vicky's favourite and so could get away with stuff and wasn't like having horses die or shoes ruined like other people. Cool, bad flirter is valid. Okay, probably something a bit more... The tie-up song was a little bit eerie, and I feel like Sally, let's just talk about fruit and have something a bit more like happy open sounds. That covered in fruit, it's Sally Spearfish, don't you know? Her ways may be strange and her flirting is bad, but there's so much she's good at, so much that she can show. If you're ever feeling down, just leave your hand open to her, and you know what will soon find its way in the most comforting papaya. Oh, Sally, oh, Sally, oh, Sally Spearfish. Oh, Sally, oh, Sally, tell me what is your one true wish? Let me guess, you're so good with fruit, but terrible with eggplants, if you catch my drift. What I mean is you've always got a fruit good to hand, but you're a terrible flirter, Sally Spearfish. Why don't you just change how you appear? That's something you can do, that's so cool. It's always part of one of your schemes, though you're never trying to make anyone the fool. See, you're surprisingly good when it comes to flirting on the behalf of someone else. When it seems to fall down, When it seems to fall down is when you're doing it for yourself. 'Cause Sally, you're so good with fruit, but terrible with eggplants, if you catch my drift. What I mean is you're great at comforting people, but a terrible flirt to Sally Spearfish. Oh, Sally, what fruit do you have for me? How will you fix this one? With an apple, a banana, an orange, or something else? What have you got? It's always papaya, always papaya. No chips on your shoulders, only papaya. Always papaya, always papaya. No chips on your shoulders, only papaya. That became... I swear, Sally Spearfish is a wonderful character with many different traits, not just fruit and flirting. I haven't said when Vicky's World is on. It's on at 7 p.m. on Thursday, British time, Vicky's World RPG, and it's really lovely. Okay, let's go for Archie now. So Archie, my voice is already messy, like 10 minutes in. That's a great sign. So Archie is a human fighter, and the first arc of the series kind of turned his world upside down. He was made to be like an incredible monster fighter from a very noble house, and it turned out his mum was evil and his family was terrible, and also he had a beautiful love story with a halfling. I'm pretty sure it's a halfling called Jeremy. I'm pretty sure he's a halfling because Archie's always the big spoon. It's very wholesome stuff. So maybe this is more of it's a kind of coming of age love vibe. Okay. I think let's try some chords. Oh, Archie Morgan, what monsters are you fighting today? I know that long in the past it would be dragons, grand things so far away, but now the monsters are closer, they're closing in. Oh dear Archie, will you ever win? Oh Archie, you've gotta let go of everything you have, everything you've known, because the monsters are calling from inside the house. That's who they are. Your family, oh Archie, your family are not who you thought they were. The monsters are calling from inside the house. Oh Archie, are you sure that you can trust those who you have trusted for so long? Do you even know who you are? For those asking in the chat, these songs are all based on people's genuine characters in RPGs. And no need to apologize for being late. It's love you dropped in. Now let's see what's happening with Archie. So you leave your home, you leave your city behind, but you've got friends beside you and even more in time, Yes, 'cause Jeremy's there, ready to care about you, Archie. It's just you and him on the cold nights. Archie, can't you see that no monsters are calling from inside this house? It's the one you've made with your own friends. And it's so much safer, warmer and brighter than before. And you hope that this never ends. Oh, no monsters are calling from inside this house. Archie, you can feel safe here. So forget about your family, forget about your past, and let the future appear, Archie. Hi folks, hello to anyone who's just joined. As I was saying to some folks earlier, I'm currently singing some songs about some characters in a show that I run the stream tech for, called Vicky's World, and I've done Katayab, who's had some assassination attempts, Sally, who has a habit of giving out fruit and is very bad at flirting, Archie, who had a lot of coming of age stuff in the first stream. Thanks for the comfort papayas, folks. It's a very Vicky's World thing for anyone who's new to Vicky's World. And there's only one more person to sing about, which is Gwathrin, who for me is the most normal, down-to-earth, salt-of-the-earth one of them all, which weirdly makes him / them harder to sing about. However, anyone who's joined, like, this stream only has content if people tell me about characters. And there's only so many Vicky's World scenarios I can do. So if like, it doesn't have to be a fantasy thing. It can be cyberpunk. It can be a totally other like type of game or type of world. But if you have an RPG character that you love and you would like an improvised song about, just tell me a bit about them in chat and I will happily make up whatever I can. So Gwathrin is the final character from Vicky's World to sing a little song about. And Gwathrin is a summer touched halfling, which is a homebreed thing. He's from the city of Summers. He is a monk. He's also a gardener. Oh God, I can see like some of the things that the subtitles are saying. They're relatively accurate, but yeah, he's not a monkey. He is a monk. Or at least I believe he is. I'm terrified I'm misremembering things. So summer touched halfling, gardener. And just to be honest, I think, yeah, he's smart. He's just the most together of them all. I love that suggestion. Oz, I love both of those. I will come to those after Gwathrin. Thank you so much for those. So Gwathrin just like down to earth, good classic stuff. This is where we also start to see me reusing chords or chord patterns, which is fun. But I'll try and find something a bit different for Gwathrin. That's a nice summary. Gwathrin, what are you growing? What are you knowing today? Won't you share some of your wisdom and help my fears go away? Because you may be so short, but you tower above me with all the confidence that you own. Oh, Gwathrin, won't you show me how to grow? I'd be so grateful, you know. 'Cause take me to the corner of the room and tell me those valuable words. Show me everything that you have learned and tired of fighting with swords. I just wanna talk, I just wanna talk, and you're the best person here to talk to. But Gwathryn, oh Gwathryn, oh Gwathryn, I wonder if you need listening to, 'cause you're helping all of us get through, but sometimes I wonder who is there to help you, so let's grow a garden, let's grow a garden and spend all summer there. Let's grow a garden, let's grow a garden. I want to be free from care. And your breath is like the calm wind, your hair is like golden silk. You know, your touch is like the gentle leaves of a tree in summer. And all that I want is the calm that you bring. So Gwathryn, Gwathryn, I'm not one to talk, but at least I can sing. Gwathryn, show me how to grow. This is something you know. Gwathryn, show me how to grow. It's all that I want to know. You're so good at it, you're so good at it. You make everyone around you better. You're so good at it, you're so good at it. Oh, Gwathryn, can you make me feel better? A little meandering at times. Hi, folks. Oh, such lovely people in chat. This is amazing. Okay, so request for a song about Pathmaker, a shadow sorcerer who you know more about. That is Oz being lovely. So Pathmaker. Oh God, Pathmaker is a shadow sorcerer who was in a stream called Eldritch Leap, run by the lovely Oz. And I haven't played them for so long. Oh God, it's weird to think of them. Like all my characters, they have a slightly dark background with tragedy and stuff, but actually Pathmaker was probably the most chipper, cheery of most characters I've ever played. Thank you, folks in chat. This is really lovely. Anyone who's just joined, we've got a couple of suggestions to go through. We've got Pathmaker, Darkness, Evil, Vile. Can't wait to get to that one. Kung Fu Cop. I might ask for like a couple more details, but that's already like a great concept. But if anyone has anything else they'd like sung about, then pop it in chat and I will add you to the list. Pathmaker. Oh gosh. Okay, so Pathmaker. This is going to be me remembering my own character in real time, which is going to be odd. Okay, probably want something a bit more. Yeah. Let's see what chords. There's a Goliath cresting the horizon. You know you better keep your eyes on them. Cloaked in shadowy magic, you don't know exactly what their habits are. They keep their cards close to their chest. It's hard to tell how much of them is left, because they've travelled across plains, they've travelled through worlds. So what's left for them to find, I wonder? Oh, Pathmaker, Pathmaker, make a path. Find your way through the dark. Oh, Pathmaker, Pathmaker, make a path, find your way back to a hearth. Going through planes and worlds and more, and more. You're starting to wonder what you were made for, what you were made for. Because your clan always told you your magic was something you were born with, something you were born with. Until you discover that it was something they'd forced here. Yeah, they'd forced here. Just look into the shadow fell, let the darkness in. That's how they tell you you'll win. Just look into the shadow fell, let the darkness in. That's what your kith and kin said. But pathmaker, pathmaker, make a path, one to carry you out of the dark. Pathmaker, pathmaker, make a path, find your way back to the warmth of a hearth. It feels very strange doing an improvised song about a character of mine. That's very bizarre, but thank you, Oz. And thank you for the compliment on the find your way back to your hearth rhyme. Rhyming is the hardest part of this, as was definitely evidenced when I did a test of this stream, and someone suggested basically what turned into the Wild Shape Olympics that I sang some songs about. I might make up another one at the end of today. And I realised I just couldn't remember any animals or things that rhymed with animals, which was interesting. Much more of a prose to music kind of song, that one. Oh my god, oh, little Sheba and her tarts. Okay, right. Oh god, there's so many really nice. Weirdly, Queen Bee, I've just said they remind me of Steven Universe songs. I make up a song before every stream just to like get into the mood, and I was making up one about Steven Universe today. Just so wholesome. Okay. Oz, I'm going to come back to Darkness Evil Vial just because there's a few more suggestions. Fab Furry Freak, if you want to put in a couple more details about the Kung Fu Cop, I would love to know a little bit about them, the things that they do, or just other factors to work into a song. So I'm gonna go for Kitty Dragon Pixie, a cleric who's remembering their adventuring party. Oh God, the Sweet Monk, Scared Sorcerer, and Tough Ranger. Oh, that's such a lovely idea for a song. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of nostalgia vibes. I'm genuinely looking at my ukulele going, are there any chords I've not used that I could use? Let's see about that. Open your hands, open your arms, and heal. But as you open your hands and open your arms, what do you feel? Oh, cleric who gives so much of their self to others, to others. Oh, cleric, what do you want? All of those others, all of those others that you've left behind, lost in time and in your mind. But cleric, oh cleric, just think on them and they're here, they're here. Such a sweet monk, no weapon in hand, but just using their body to defend and fight however they can. And these scared sorcerer, you remember them with such fondness, how much they overcame to stand beside you, and how blessed you felt to have them there, casting magic, throwing spells into the air. And all along you, alongside you, all of the time, the tough ranger, being cruel to be kind, so tough and resilient, making sure you were never lost. And with all these people you could win your battles at so little a cost. So, cleric, if you need some healing, just remember those of whom you've such good feelings. Oh, cleric, if you need some healing, just remember those of whom you've such good feelings. I'm loving how chilled the songs sound this morning. Oh yeah, absolutely. Big lighter above head vibes. Okay, I'm going to go Little Sheba and her tarts, then Darkness Evil Vial, and then the Kung Fu Cop. And if I don't have any other information, I will just make up a lot about this Kung Fu Cop. So Little Sheba. Oh god, Little Sheba was a Phalos, which is a homebrewed, a stolen homebrewed race for a D&D game that was reskinned to be sci-fi. So there might be some interesting context here. And Sheba was a paladin. I think it was like an oath of vengeance. She wanted to kind of destroy a lot of the universe for what it had done to her. And she had these incredible tarts that... Hey, Naomi Jade. She had these incredible tarts that she got from it was because she got them from a futuristic food dispensing machine, and it was just like a tart, but no flavors were described or like asked for. So the machine just made a tart that tasted of everything, and it was kind of magic. Feral Kitty. Sound dampening blocks courtesy of my partner, Chaz Redhead, whose sound studio I am using for this, because he is probably asleep. Okay, Sheba. I want to go big, like grand vengeance vibes. So I have my go-to chords for just like anything that's meant to sound grand. Don't be deceived. Don't believe in everything you see, because over there's something that looks incredibly cute, but she's one mean kitty. Don't drop your guard. Don't think that this fight won't be hard, because she's a deceptive little minx, and she'll cut your arm off even in one blink of the eye. So don't even try to cross her. She's all alone right now, and she doesn't have a home, but one will find her. One will find her, others will bind her to them, and they'll travel together through all types of weather, you'll see. And though she's so incredibly vengeful, there's a softness to be revealed, because Sheba has tarts that taste of everything. Just like her, you can't define them. Sheba has tarts that taste of everything. Just like her, there's people keen to find them, because Sheba is so much to so many people, don't you know? And her tiny tarts taste like everything in the world, and just like her, they'll make your heart glow. We're gonna do something a bit different, provided that Anna's okay with it. You see, we never finished off in game the story of this little vengeful kid. So if I have Anna's blessing in the chat, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about this cat. Things that not even Anna should know. Oh God, Nightbot's getting in the way, I'm so sorry, no. But there we are, been told to go. So here's some things not many people know. Sheba's lost memory of her family is a number in her head. Her brother teleported her out of danger, and the truth is, that's what he said. But those numbers weren't a message to Sheba. Those numbers weren't something for her at all. They were something for him to remember, keep hold of after their world was falling apart. But in his heart, he knew he had the talents to clone her. So he had that number, which was a code to her. And all while in the background, he was cloning a family that could survive, It's the only way he knew how to keep all of them alive, And so whilst he spent many years perfecting clones right down to their ears, he eventually stumbled upon Sheba remotely keeping his eyes on her. He wasn't sure what to do, he thought she was gone, He wasn't really sure how to carry on. But Sheba had friends in powerful places, and that's the way you get ahead when you live in space. Sheba had friends in powerful places, that's how you get ahead when you're in space. And eventually, it's him and her, Sheba and Rufus, together. And I don't know what happens to all of those clones. I think that's a decision for those two when they're alone. But he's out there, Sheba, if you're hearing this. There's a moment of wonderful bliss when you find your brother, that one other who's always been there for you. I promise it's true. So, a little bit of a different vibe there. Thank you, Anna, for your blessing in chat. There are still various secrets about that campaign that I have about other characters, but those are kind of some of the cool ones about Shiva. Oh my god! Oh no! Good crying. So what were we doing again? Our Darkness Evil Vial was going to be the next one. I'm just going to take like a second for Sheba. This is how I'm going to force my players in games to tune into streams now. I'm going to be like, you only get the secret content about your characters if you listen to me sing. That's how things work, right? Darkness Evil Vial. Oz, say in chat if there's any fresh things you want to put in about Darkness. Oh, Anna, I'm so glad that you liked that. Because I remember Darkness was the HR rep on board the Spirit of the Horizon from an early Adventures Wanted show. And basically had a lot of pamphlets about, so your entire crew's been drowned or shot, or so your captain's been teleported to another plane. But Oz, throw some things in if you want any other stuff, because I can't remember. Darkness was a tiefling? I mean, Darkness is a tieflingy name, but I won't say what he was unless you mention in chat. Okay, so probably something kind of classic for Darkness. Darkness was pretty straight down the line. This is one we've not really used much. Half orc. Darkness, darkness falls on the spirit of the horizon. So darkness, darkness grabs the first accident report form that he can lay his eyes on. 'Cause no one can accuse Darkness of not doing his job, that's for sure. No one can accuse Darkness of not providing love and support. So your captain's been accidentally teleported to another plane. Well, Darkness has a pamphlet for that. After all, HR is his game. He's seen some incredible things, forgotten more than you've ever known. And indeed, Darkness knows exactly much how can be shown on a ship. We've got to keep things respectful, we've got to keep things appropriate. But one way that you know the Darkness is a good bloke is he doesn't discern between different genders of nipples. No, Darkness is a good HR rep, with good policies. Darkness will keep your crew safe and sound within reason on the 7 seas. Darkness, maybe he got killed and turned to a zombie, but you know that he'll be back to normal before the finale. Oh, Darkness falls on a ship, writes a report about it. Darkness falls on a ship, write that report in triplicate. Thanks, Oz. That's a really Darkness Evil Vile was a wonderful character. So much fun. And I think there was also another character that Oz played at that point, which prayed like football commentary is my core memory. It's not often you get to use triplicate in a song about fantasy characters signing stuff in triplicate, so always a delight to fit that in. And yeah, bees in my bonnet about gendered nipples. So, okay. I believe next on the line is Kung Fu Cop. I'm just double checking that that's the correct Kung Fu Cop. Okay, all I've got about Kung Fu Cop. Hi, Yabuzai. Yes, I'm making up songs. Basically, for anyone who's joining and doesn't fully know, anyone can tell me about a little bit about an RPG character that they play or that they love, and I will make up a song about them. So we've had like a lot of different things come up so far. I normally do this for about an hour because otherwise like my voice just dies and my brain also slows down a bit. But I'm doing this every other Saturday at 11 a.m. and either put it in chat or if on any of the announcement tweets about this stream, just put it as a reply and then I will include it and you can always watch the stream back. Basically, like a lot of these are obviously D&D characters because that's quite popular, but genuinely like tabletop role-playing characters, it's pretty open. Naturally, I keep it, I'd say probably like 12-ish in terms of film content, in terms of like details about characters. But yeah, if you've got a character you'd like me to sing about, go for it. So, Kung Fu Cop. That's the only information I have is Kung Fu Cop. So, I'm going to show a painful lack of knowledge about Kung Fu. And this is probably going to take place in like some kind of fictional 80s, I'm guessing. Or maybe in the future. Okay, right. Stop stalling, Chloe. No, Kung Fu Cop doesn't get happy chords. Daisy's just a mild-mannered cop in this cyberpunk world. She's just a woman trying to make a difference whilst everyone treats her like a girl. It's so hard being a cop in a cyberpunk town. So many cyberpunks to deal with. But Daisy keeps going along, 'cause at night she just has one wish, to put on a mask and become a Kung Fu cop, dealing out her own form of justice. She is just a Kung Fu cop who cares what the law is. Yes, Daisy's a little morally ambiguous. It's hard to tell if she's good or bad. It's one of those things where you start to go along with it and wonder if you should have. But she can't get anything done as a cop 'cause of structural restrictions. And so at night she lets go and gives in to her inhibitions. She becomes a Kung Fu cop, dispensing her own justice. What else do you need to know? A Kung Fu cop, that's what she is. She's Kung Fu and she's pretty gung-ho. A Kung Fu cop dispensing all kinds of justice. She doesn't have that sad of a backstory, but she's a kung fu cop, dispensing justice and doing her best for you and me. So best not to ask questions or dig too deep. Not really sure she's that good or a creep. I mean, she's still wearing her cop uniform, but just with a mask on, don't really get what that's for. Not sure Daisy really understands kung fu, but what can you do? Not sure she understands kung fu, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I didn't include that in the song, Leo, but yeah, still has a badge on. I mean, she's a kung fu cop. You still need to live up to the cop part of it. So yeah, it's an unconventional take on kind of kung fu cop vibes. But Daisy doesn't play by the rules. Yeah, the captions are interesting. I think largely for free software, it's pretty impressive. And one of the commands, if you're interested, I think you can just do captioning, captions, caption tech, caption tech will actually show you, if you ever want to play around with this, how to do it and what to use. So. Oh, I see. I got confused what Nightbot said, but it said exactly what I've programmed it to. So, does anyone, I think I've gone through the list of characters that people had said. I've got time for like maybe one or two more. If anyone has any suggestions of something they'd like a song about. Oh my God, Philip. Leo, can you please refresh my brain about Philip? Because the main thing I know about Philip is that his name isn't Philip. This is a character from a game. I will busk Philip something, the defendant. Yep. I'm going to quickly just give some context on Philip whilst Leo put some things in chat. 3 years ago, 2017, I was part of a group who did a 250-hour-long campaign over the course of a month. We did 10 hours of D&D a day for 25 days, and it was a lot. And it was a big experiment at the Edinburgh Fringe. And it was wonderful, but it was exhausting. And Philip is one of these characters who is featured here. Like, genuinely hundreds of characters as part of this campaign. So Philip, summoning methods, screaming defend me, loved rocks and geology. Can you remind me, Leo, of race and class? And I remember that Philip is he, him. Oh, bye, folks. Bye, Kitty, Dragon, Pixie. Thank you so much for dropping in. Okay, cool. I'm going to do one about Philip, and then I'm going to do the request from Chorley. And then I'm going to round it off for the hour. I'm also just going to reach for my water, which is way too far away from me. Because if you weren't here right at the start, I'm sitting very far away from things to prove that I'm playing the ukulele. Because if I get too close, then it just looks like I might be cheating. Oh, God. Okay. Elf wizard. Loves geology. Loves rocks. I don't know what rhymes with igneous, etc., but we'll see where we go. Okay. I kind of want something kind of a bit more chill and calm after the Kung Fu Cop. The name's Philip. The name's Philip. Oh wait, is it Philip actually? It's easy to get confused when there's so many of us here out at sea. But you know the guy I'm talking about. you'll see him wandering around, or at least you'll hear him. It sounds like he's got rocks in his pockets. You know what really rocks? He does, for sure. It's not Philip, it is Philip. Don't you live for his geology? It's not Philip, it is Philip. Summoning methods and shouting, defend me. Oh, defend me. You say you can't get blood out of a stone. If anyone can, it's him. Just that amazing elf wizard with a knack for rocks. What would you like to know about him? Well, I heard this might be a rumor. It sounds pretty apocryphal to me, but he was part of a group who killed Cthulhu, not Cthulhu, 'cause that's a different IP. But Philip, not Philip. Philip, not Philip. It's an easy thing to do. He's always there with all of his rocks, and you know what? I think he's pretty cool. So, if you see rocks on the deck of the ship, or maybe mud smeared over the stairs, don't worry, nothing's wrong. It's just a sign that Philip was there. And there's no one more down to earth. He's so down to earth, he's almost embedded. Because Philip is someone who loves geology. If he could, he'd probably wed it. Philip, 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 not Philip. There is. There we go. Like I said, couldn't get igneous in, and I forgot other types of rocks, which is a common thing. End up just forgetting the things that a song's about. You're welcome, Leo. I'm glad you liked it. So the final one for today. There have been some incredible suggestions, but I will be doing this every 2 weeks. So if you're going, oh, I kind of wish that I'd popped into chat and asked for a song, then you can in 2 weeks' time. Like, there will always be chances. So a song about Bambus Caralambus. I assume I'm saying that right. Anna's Rogue. a snow leopard tabaxi swashbuckler who sounds like he is in True Blood. Oh God. Okay. True Blood, is that a Southern American accent? Is that what that is? Because I don't know that show deeply. Bambus Caralambus. Okay. Snow leopard, tabaxi swashbuckler. Swashbuckler's a type of rogue. Sounds like he's in True Blood. Okay, if I don't... Southern... Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to try... I'm not doing this as Canvas, but I'm going to try... as Bambus. Oh, God, this is a horrible name. Anna, I am calling you out on Twitter that this is a horrible character name. I'm calling you out on Twitch even. You can see that my brain is dying a little bit from making up about 12, 14 songs. Okay, so this is a song about Bambus. I'm from True Blood, if you cannot tell. Okay, gonna try and do a big finish of improvising a song with an accent. If you want to put any other details about like a thing Bambus has done in chat, go for it. Otherwise, this is gonna be a lot of random stuff. Okay. You walk here into my saloon. What are you gonna do? Tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna listen to a tune. And the best ones, they're about them real heroes. The ones with the tricky names. The ones that you hear about in legends and stories and never think they're gonna walk through your door, but tell you what, one once walked through my door. Name was Bambus. Bambus Carolambus. And I'll tell you what he was famous for. You ever had your swash buckled? Well, I have. You ever had your feathers ruffled? Well, I have. You ever seen a sword move faster than a cheetah? Well, I have. You ever seen someone who was born to be a leader? Well, I have. And his name was Bambus Carolambus, the fastest sword in all of the world. Oh, his name was Bambus Carolambus, feared and admired by boys and girls. Have you ever seen someone who takes your breath away? Well, I have. Have you ever seen someone who you didn't think would live another day? Well, I have. And oh no, it came so true, he didn't live another day, but you know what happened, he came back as a zombie. Bambus Carolambus, the fastest sword in the world, admired and feared by men and women and even boys and girls. So put a shot of sarsaparilla on the bar, sling it down the end to a snow leopard that's far away. He'll still catch it 'cause he's Bambus Carolambus, don't you know? Don't you know? And one day, you might meet this Bambus Carolambus, and you've got to make a choice, an important one. You gonna cross him? Make an enemy for life? Are you gonna be his friend and have a hell of a lot of fun? 'Cause Bambus Carolambus can be feared and admired, but I know which one I'd rather feel. 'Cause if you get him on side, you'll have a hell of a time. 'Cause Bambus Carolambus is the real deal. The real deal. The real deal, the fastest sword, the sharpest suits, everything in the world admired, feared, all of the feelings from men and women, boys and girls. Amazing stuff. That was a new interesting challenge, doing that voice, and I'm glad that everyone was on board with zombie. Okay, this was an incredible amount of fun. I'm going to wrap it up because it's been an hour and I can feel just like the clagginess from chatting straight for an hour or singing straight for an hour. However, if you stay for like just one more minute, I would love to tell you about some other things that are happening on this channel. Every other Sunday, not tomorrow, but the next Sunday, I'm doing One Player Ready, which is a series of solo TTRPGs. So come for like storytelling to find cool new solo games that you can play in your own home, especially if you like doing that kind of thing. You like in-person stuff, but you can't play with people at the moment. There are some amazing solo games out there. And upcoming, I've got The Spirit of Small Things. I've got Mnemonic Lost in the Grey. A Mother's Love, which is a Wretched and Alone hack. Additionally, this is if you can follow me. I've no idea how many followers I've got, but I know that I'm only a couple off of the ones needed for affiliate. I still need to stream for a few hours, but I'm doing a project next month where we're going to try and stream a panto. And if I've got affiliate status, then there's way more interactive stuff that we can do with that panto. Additionally, 1st of December, Undergods, D&D actual play, and we're getting to kind of the big climax, and it's all very emotional, very intense. Follow me at Clymashter on Twitter if you ever want to be updated about this stuff. And yeah, follow Rollflip stream if you can. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, next week, 7:30. I've still got the voice. 7:30 p.m. on Friday, doing DIY Film Club, which is where people just make film scenes from their home to make a little replica film. And we're doing Hocus Pocus on Friday the 13th. Thank you so much, everyone, for being in chat, for suggesting songs. Have a think for 2 weeks' time, because I'm going to need more suggestions. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful Saturday. And I'll see you very soon, I hope. Bye.